Our next story is about a singer who's making headlines and stirring controversy over something she said. She's a woman who is about as plain-spoken as you can get, and she has a lot of people upset. K.D. Lang is a Grammy Award-winning singer, but radio stations in at least 6 states have banned her music. Why? What did she say that was so terrible? Well, take a look at this. It's a sneak preview of a soon-to-be-released public service announcement made by an organization called People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals.
We all love animals, but why do we call some pets and some dinner? If you knew how meat was made, you'd lose your lunch. I know, I'm from cattle country, and that's why I became a vegetarian. Meat stinks, and not just for the animals, but for human health and the environment.
A Montana radio station told us it would be suicide to play K.D. Lang music after that. Well, those of you who do know her music know that K.D. Lang puts everything she's got into her songs. The late Roy Orbison once said, she's got the best pipes in the business. We first introduced you to her last October. She's from Cow Country herself, a small town in Western Canada. She has a voice that's so big it stuns audiences in the largest halls. But musically, she's kind of hard to pin down. Little Elvis, a little country, little Peggy Lee. You'll see what I mean. She's also difficult to catch up with because she's been touring so much. So to interview her, we had to get on board the bus with the band.
Well, there's Boots Menard and Rocket Richard and the girls from way down Crackety. How many blue nosers?
K.D. and her backup band are the most clean-cut bunch of musicians you've ever met. Their worst vice is M&M's. She calls them K.D.'s Canadian Camp, rolling through America, bringing a sound that's neither pure country, nor pop, nor jazz. Kathy Dawn Lang is the woman in charge here, even though she looks like one of the boys on the bus.
She was a big bone gal from southern Alberta. You just wouldn't call her small. You get that every Saturday night. She'd be headed for the Legion Hall.
She's a tall, big bone gal and proud of it. But K.D. Lang has always had to take some flack over the way she looks. I'm trying to figure out what this androgynous thing is with you, because I know I kind of like saying, hey, babe, you know, have a cherry jubilee on me. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what a cherry jubilee is.
What I'm getting at is that I like being macho and...
Yeah, but listen, I know what you're trying to say. But the thing is that assertiveness and self-confidence is viewed upon as a male characteristic, which is bull.
Right, so why do you have to dress like that if you are assertive and anyway?
I don't see why you shouldn't dress any way you want to.
K.D. Lang is a singer who shocks you twice, once with her looks and again with her voice. Canada gave her its Most Promising Singer award 2 years ago, and in the spirit of promises, she showed up dressed as a bride.
I promise that I will work harder next year than I have in the past 2 years. But most of all, I promise that I continue to sing for only the right reasons. Thank you very much. I love you.
And on them shiny pages, all that hairdo, it ain't me. I am showing just what I am.
Although her 3 albums have sold more than 1 million copies, she's never been nominated for a country music award. Maybe because she doesn't seem to take it seriously and fights the Dolly Parton image.
It's beating on a big bass drum. I used to lie, I used to cheat.
Are you making country music, or are you making fun of country music?
Both.
Don't you think some country music fans and maybe the powers that be in the country music industry would take offense at that?
Well, I think if they were real country music historians and followers, they would know that humor is a big part of country music and a big part of life.
How can I be just your friend?
For a long time, K.D. Lang was known as the country singer who claimed she was Patsy Cline's reincarnation. Her backup band, the Reclines, was named in tribute to the singer.
I felt that there was an energy that was through Patsy Cline to me, and it seemed to give me vision, and it seemed to give me an idea of what I wanted to do.
She wanted to catch Nashville's attention, and she did. She coaxed Patsy Cline's producer, Owen Bradley, out of retirement when no one else could. He sat her down side by side with 3 country queens, Kitty Wells, Loretta Lynn, and Brenda Lee, and told Nashville, listen up.
In the evening, baby, when the sun goes down. In the evening, baby, when the sun goes down.
Roy Orbison was listening. He used her on a version of one of his most famous tunes. And since he died, it's becoming K.D. Lang's trademark song. There's a lot of attention on you now. Do you think you're about as normal as you used to be when people didn't